Topics you need to know. In this tutorial, we're going to look at some of the other ribbons and the key features you need to know for the ICT Functional Skills exam, including the design ribbon, page layout, references, mailings, review, and view. Okay, so in this tutorial, we're going to look at some of the other ribbons and the key features you may use. You can see now I'm in the design ribbon, and some of the newer features like themes and document formatting shouldn't really come up in the exam, but it's worth knowing things like the watermark, so you can make a document draft or confidential, and that kind of text is grayed out in the background of your document. You can also change the page color, and this is useful. This is more of a sort of online, or actually within your file. So you're looking at something, won't necessarily print off, but you can have a blue or green background to make it easy to read. You can also see the option page borders there as well. Now if we go to the layout ribbon tab, you can change the margins from here to make them wider, smaller. You can change the page orientation from landscape to portrait. You can change the paper size. It's usually best to do this before you begin your work, otherwise it moves everything around. So if you think you're going to print off an A4 and design something for A4 or A3, make sure you change that first. If you think you're going to make a newsletter or a leaflet, it's usually a good idea if you're prompted to use columns. Then you've also got your page breaks and section breaks. Now, I don't usually see this come up in the practice papers or the exams at all, but it's useful to know that it's a good sort of tool to say where the page ends and a new one begins. Section breaks normally gives you more formatting options after a certain point, and it's worth exploring these in full. You've also indentations, useful to know. Generally, if we move on to references now, the main thing you'd probably be used on reference is possibly a table of contents, but again it's unlikely. These features are useful, so to add a contents table for your document, knowing about inserting footers and endnotes and citation and such. These are good for when you do your assignments, but won't really come up in the exam because you require a lot of content to do that with first. Now mailings does come up in the exam quite a bit, and it's to do with using a list of contacts and a template of something you wish to make, and when the two together you can use that template and print it off or create it many times for each of your contacts or the contacts that you wish to select for. So do read the exam question carefully. Now you can make envelopes, labels, emails and letters. My general advice from this page is to use the step-by-step mail merge wizard, and this combined with a contacts list they usually supply and a template of text, it's actually a fairly easy process. Just follow the steps that it gives you. I'm more than likely going to make a separate tutorial on this, so we look at it in more depth. In the review tab, the main feature again you probably use here is the spelling and grammar. If they supply text, you may find there's an intentional error in there, so you're expected to find them. If you're doing your own work, some texts are auto-corrected. I would do your typing and additions and then properly run that spelling and grammar. You may find place names need correcting or people's names need correcting or accepting, so they're no longer underlined. Otherwise, outside of the exam, comments and showing comments and accepting changes, quite a useful feature to be aware of on this ribbon. Now view, be aware what view you're looking at documents in, online, draft. In this case, this pretty standard we use is the print layout. You can also zoom in on a document. Some people get confused, depends on who's used the document previously. If they're looking at multiple pages and they want to put it to a less busy one-page view. And then you can see I've got a developer ribbon here. Now that's more for things like macros, and that won't come up in the exam. Practice task. Explore the ribbons available to you in Word and create a newsletter. Some short articles, one for each ribbon in Word. If you have any errors, leave them until you're finished and then run the spelling and grammar checker. Adjust options like the page color and page zoom to see if you find any of the changes easier to read.